Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Starwas, who I would be interviewing her about the crystal ball and tarot cards. That's what she specializes in, and she will be giving you. We will both of us will be giving you psychic readings, answering a psychic question. So before I bring on Shar, I just want to make some quick announcements. If you go to my website, www.psychichorizon.com, I have a list of the Spiritual Living Expo. That's a really good, a fun show to go to. And a lot of the psychic fairs that are coming up. And on the June 15th, I will be doing the Chris Black Psychic Fair in Long Beach. So look that up. It's going to have he's going to have a DJ. So there's going to be music. There's going to be an art exhibit. There's going to be food. There's going to be psychics. There's going to be healers, vendors. And if you go to my website, psychichorizon.com, you will find his fair for June 5th, Saturday, June 15th. And on Saturday, June 22nd, I'm going to be at the PetCon Pet Fair. PetCon is a expo, and I'm going to be doing pet psychic readings. So if any of you are in Southern California, either bring your pets to the show. If it's a cat, you need to put it in the carrying cage, and the dog's on leash. Or bring photographs of your pet if they're pets that have deceased. I could read pets that are here now, and the pets that have passed on. So I have other things coming up, but that's what I have coming up for June. And the first Thursday in June, on June 6th, I will be at in Belmont Shores. I can't pronounce the name of the store. Go look at my website. He has what's called the Psychic Roundtable. It's a 10-minute psychic reading, and it's donations only. And it's kind of a way for you to try out a psychic and see if you like them, and I'll be doing that. So I'm now ready to bring Shar on. Hello, Shar.
Yes. Hi there, Shelley. First of all, thank you for
Shar.
inviting me on your program today. I'm very happy to be here. One small correction, you pronounced my name Cher, and that's what I do with my work.
A Cher. Oh, sorry. Okay, I apologize. Cher.
Oh, everyone
Cher.
makes that little mistake, but yes, okay.
Cher, can you tell the callers about yourself?
Well, I am a predictive psychic primarily, and I use the tarot cards and the crystal ball, as you said earlier. I have been working professionally, I guess about 35 years exclusively in this business. I just finished doing the Renaissance Pleasure Fair out in Irwindale, and I've been doing that for 29 years. So it's been a long, fulfilling career. I enjoy it, and and I want to take this opportunity to thank all my clients out there who have supported me all these years, put food on the table, a roof over my head, and I love you.
And share, how did you come about using a crystal ball?
I came about that kind of accidentally, Shelley, to tell you the truth. I was working a psychic fair out in Hemet in a store, and there was this lovely crystal ball there. I used the tarot cards, but I was so attracted to it. You know, I kept looking at it, and I couldn't afford it at the time. So every time I went out there to do this fair every month, I was, coveting it. And finally the owner said, just take it home, pay me when you can, which was wonderful. So I brought it home. Yeah, I know. So I brought it home, and it sat on my coffee table for a while. I couldn't see anything in it because I had heard the stories, about you see the clouds part, and that never happened. But after I paid it off, interesting enough, I picked up the ball. It was a winter, in the winter, it was snowing outside. I had the wood stove going. I just picked it up lovingly and looked in it. And I saw some beautiful things, and I thought, okay, but I didn't know exactly how to read it. When I decided, well, I'm just going to use up my readings now. I'll do it for 10 minutes after my tarot reading. And I started, funny thing, Shelley, I started seeing tarot cards in the ball.
Oh, wow.
Then I would just interpret, I know, it's like cheating. Then I would just interpret the tarot card, what I was seeing in the ball. And everybody thought I was reading the ball, and I was thinking I'm cheating because I'm really reading the tarot cards. But I guess my guides kind of figured I was having a hard time, so they gave me symbols that I would understand. And, of course, after I got comfortable with that for a week or two, I started seeing actual pictures that I interpreted intuitively, yes. And I never did see the clouds part and all that. Now I can just look in and get something. Primarily for me, the tarot is very predictive and very clear-cut and deals with everyday mundane things that are very important to people. The routine, love, money, health, this sort of thing. But the crystal ball, I find for me works more with the even more esoteric, like past lives and mediumship. You can bring in a spirit, maybe a relative from the other side, spirit guides, whatever. So they work a little differently, each tool for me.
And how did you get started, Cher, with tarot?
Oh, my God, that's such an interesting story. Again, an interesting story, I have to tell you. I really think everything is destined. I mean, especially how I got started in this direction. I live in a mountain community, and a bookmobile used to come up here weekly. And one time the woman on the bookmobile just handed me a tarot deck and said, my guides told me to give you this. Now, bear in mind, this was like 40 years ago, so I'm thinking, part of me is thinking she's crazy, and part of me is thinking, this is wonderful, I just didn't know. I was stunned, and I took them in my home, and I had them on a shelf for a year because I didn't know what to do with them. And then I one day I was looking out the window, and there was a couple of men camping on the creek where I live, and they had hardly nothing. So I took them a sleeping bag and some food and stuff, and just said, here, and be comfortable or whatever. And the man did a chart. He said, I'm going to do a chart for you, and I'll call you with everything because I'm an astrologer. And I said, oh, I love astrology. All right. Well, a month later he called me, and he gave me my reading, and for my kindness, I guess he called it. And then he said, by the way, you need to go to this bookstore. And he told me about a metaphysical bookstore, and I thought, okay, because if somebody tells me something and I can do it, and it's not going to harm me, I usually do it. And I think that's, divine intervention. I went to the bookstore. They were having a tarot class, and the rest is history. I took one class. It was so easy. It was so beautiful. It was so I never stopped reading from that day forward. And that's, so it was kind of a miracle for me, and such a wonderful gift to receive.
And sure, let's take our first caller, which is area code 908. Hello, 908.
Hi, good afternoon, Sally. Hi, Cher. This is Caroline.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Caroline.
Hey, nice talking to you again. So today's a beautiful day here in New Jersey. I bet you California is just as lovely.
Oh, I've been to New Jersey. I've been to Seaside Heights. I love New Jersey.
Oh, yes. I'm very half an hour away from Seaside
my goodness.
Yes. I'm there very often, almost every weekend. It's lovely now. It's changed. I don't know how long ago you've been here, but it's becoming like Little Manhattan. High rises, beautiful hotels, not what it used to be.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, lovely. So I have a question, and it's in regards to this couple that I'm doing a little work for one of them for now, and they're overseas, and I'd like to know, what do you see for this? Am I helping the wife and the husband? Am I helping them at all?
What is your birthday? May I ask, just a month and the day?
October 9th.
Okay. And you said there's a couple that you are helping? Or they're helping you? Or?
No, I'm helping them for representation. One is an artist, and the other one is just like you guys, intuitive,
yes.
medium.
Well, let me turn a few cards here and see. Actually, you're giving them a lot of help, and they're so appreciative, and they're so deserving. I think you've made a very good call. You've made a very good call here. You will be richly rewarded for this too. I think karma's coming around because you got the wish card. And when you get the wish card, it means something that you want very much is about to happen. Well, I would say within 6 months. But you have to only focus on one wish. Don't be like me who thinks about 3 or 4, okay? And walk in that direction. But karmically, I think this is a wonderful thing, and you will be rewarded with a wish within the next 6 months. What do you think, Shelley? What did you get?
I feel that the event that I picked up Caroline, that you are planning for this medium, I feel it's going to be happening during the summer. I think that the woman's okay, but I think the audience is going to be more drawn and interested in the man.
Yes, it's two separate. Actually, they're like two separate entities. She's.
Oh, all right. Because I feel that the woman's event will be okay, but I don't think it's going to be as successful as the man's event. Yeah. I think people are going to be more drawn to the man and really interested in him, and that he's going to get a lot of readings after he does the on stage show readings. I feel that he is a good connection for you because he knows I feel he knows a lot of people throughout Europe that are in the psychic field, and that he's going to be a good connection for you because he is going to be referring other people to you. That you could work with. So I feel that he's going to kind of open up the European market for you.
Wow, that's
amazing. I'm still picking up a woman medium that would be in the East Coast, and I think when I did your private reading, I picked up the woman medium, and I'm picking her up again, and she's going to be instrumental in making connections for you throughout the East Coast.
Oh, I haven't met her yet, but
you haven't met her yet. No. I feel she'll probably have a radio show and you'll hear her.
Ah, you did say that.
I feel it's going to be a new show.
I'm looking out for a new show.
And I feel you're always looking for new shows, because you're interested in new people and you're going to hear her. And Cher, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
Oh, my phone number is 909-887-9364. And my website address is soothsayershare.net, and that is SOOTHSAYERSHARE.net.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, Caroline.
Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you so much.
All right, dear.
Have a beautiful day, ladies. Bye now.
We're now going to continue our interview with Cher Starwas, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 386. You told us how you got started with the tarot, so yeah. And you told us how you got your first tarot deck. Is the tarot a psychic tool, Cher?
I think so. I think there's so many tools. They're just, to me, a psychic is a psychic. And I'm not so sure we always need tools. I do feel that the tools can be very helpful. I also feel that it sometimes makes the client feel a little more comfortable if you're using a tool. Instead of just sitting there staring at them and coming up with this stuff. Sometimes that can be a little unnerving for people who haven't been to psychics before. But I like the tarot. It is a very good focal point, It's very handy when you're doing psychic fairs, etc., because you can focus very quickly. The answers come very quickly. For me, it is a wonderful tool, my favorite tool, and it's just uncannily accurate. Now, I read intuitively, so it's not just, this card means this and that card means that. I read completely through intuition, so when I lay out a spread, it's a combination of cards and where they fall that sort of builds like a story or, information to me, and it just seems to flow. Yeah, it's a wonderful tool. It's like I said, it's my favorite tool. But there's so many tools, and as I also mentioned, they're focal points. I'm not so sure a true psychic or clairvoyant needs the tools. And, I'm sure you don't. Always need a tool.
Yeah, and Cher, let's take our next caller, which is area code 386. Hello, 386.
Hello, this is Cindy. Thank you for taking my call.
Hello, Cindy. And Cindy,
Hello, Cindy.
What state are you calling from?
Florida.
Hi, Cindy. And Cindy, how can I help you?
Well, my question is about finances and career. Work has been just sitting still. I'm in a very remote area. And I've got a couple of ideas for different businesses that I want to get started, and I had planned to do them with my tax refund and some other work that was supposed to be local that fell through. I've had delays in my tax refund. I still haven't received it. They're manually processing it. So what do you see with when this will all come together? Like I don't have anything to work with to generate this business. And when I get that refund I wanted to start it.
Yeah, I feel you're going to get your tax check, but it may take another month or two. The government's always slow. So I think it's going to take like a month or two, but it looks like you'll have enough money to start the business, to market the business, to promote the business. I feel that GoDaddy is a good place if you don't have a website to build your own website, because they have 24-hour customer support and they can help you. You don't have to pay someone to build a website. I feel you're going to need a website. You're going to need a PayPal account. You're going to need to either use Skype, Zoom, or Facebook. The Facebook video, you have face-to-face to contact, because you're going to not only have customers in the state that you're in, but there's going to be customers out of state that are going to want to contact with you and want more information about the service. So it's very important for you to have those things. Those are the first things you should set up for your business.
Okay, but you think my tax refund is still going to be delayed another month or two? Because it's been, I filed it first week of February.
Yeah, it could be, because I think they're behind in sending out the checks. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it comes soon, but I'm kind of picking up they're behind.
Do you see any work coming in for me between now and then to keep me going and sustain me? The other part of that was I wanted to move to a different area. When that money came in, where my business could be more profitable.
May I please jump in here, and then I'll turn it back to you. I'm sorry, Shelley, but I am seeing a residential move. I am seeing a residential move, and I'm seeing that tax check coming within 2 weeks. And I think you have to hold out hope. I think there's been some other negative personal things around you at this time that is caused by the stress of work. But I think that tax check is coming a little sooner, and I do feel that a move is definitely in store. It's going to help business. It's going to help your personal problem or situation, I want to say. I want to say problem. I'm not sure it's a problem at this time. But do not give up hope, and I don't even think you have to have a job to tide you over until then. I think that tax check's gonna is going to really make you move forward with something you are wanting to do, and hopefully something creative.
Yes, because I wanted to utilize it to, generate a new business, because I've got, where I live is so remote, there's just no work opportunities here, and I haven't had the funding to travel a great distance to work elsewhere where it is lucrative. So do you see, I haven't found a new residence to move to yet, but I'm actively looking. Do you see how far from where I am located now, a rough idea,
Shelley,
like driving distance, where I'm going to find?
Yeah, Shelley, you take that since I was so rude to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you both, you weren't rude. You both lovely ladies.
You are going to be moving, and it's to a bigger city that has a larger population than where you're living.
Okay.
And I feel that, also look into doing business fairs, doing business fairs or expos, because because you want to build up your email list.
Okay.
And so look into doing that. But I think you're going to move to a bigger area, and that the business is going to do well. I agree with Cher. I don't think you have to get a job. You'll have enough money, to move and to do some things to start to market the business. And Cher,
do you see how far my new location is?
What, dear?
I apologize. How far? Do you see how far my location is from where I am now?
I don't think it's going to be a long distance move at all. I think it could be within 30 miles of where you're at now.
Oh, that close? Within 30 miles?
Yep, within 30 miles of where you're at now.
Do you see a direction? I'm kind of, there's big cities on every direction, but where I'm at is really remote.
I always feel that there's no right or wrong thing. There's just things. If you have big cities 30 miles on either side of you, I agree with Shelley. I do think it's going to be to a more populous, environment. I don't think there's going to be a right or wrong there. It's almost like I'm getting the message any place but where you're at. Okay? And so I think that it's going to be in a more populous environment, and I think there will be much more success there. Yes. And
I was just trying to focus my search on the property.
I often tell people what feels right to you. If there's a couple of big cities close to you, which one do you feel more comfortable in? That's very important, that you feel comfortable where you're at. There's no really right, wrong, perfect place.
Okay.
And Cher, how can Sydney get in contact with you?
I can be reached at area code 909-887-9364. Thank you, Shelley.
And
Thank
Sydney,
you.
Sydney, you could reach me. You could reach me at 818-744-5241, and you could sign up for my newsletter. Just go to my website, www.psychichorizon.com, and you could. I have all kinds of interesting people in my newsletter. In fact, I'm going to ask Cheryl if she wants to write for the newsletter. Sydney. It was very nice talking to you, and everything looks good for you, dear. And thank you for calling the show.
Thank you both ladies very much. Blessings. I won't give up. Thank you.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Cher Starwas, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 312. How is the crystal ball different from other types of divination tools?
Oh, that's interesting. As I said before, for me, it's a little more mystical. It gets more into the esoteric, the spiritual part of the person. Whereas the tarot, for instance, is more on the mundane. The crystal ball is a very strong energy, and when you go in there, you can almost feel like you're getting lost in this beautiful place. But then you start getting pictures that bring up. It's almost like word association. You get a picture and you're thinking, what does that picture mean? And the first thing that comes to my mind is very accurate, thankfully, and it works a lot. As I said, for past life, I get a lot of past life through the crystal. If somebody has a question mark crystal, about past lives, I will use a crystal ball for that. Or for mediumship, to talk to your deceased grandparents, for instance. A lot of spiritual questions are answered for me through the crystal ball. So it's different in that regard. But as I said, it's a focal point. But I feel it's just where the tarot cards have actual pictures on them, you have to sort of look in the ball and the pictures come on their own, so it's a little different. It took me a while to learn the crystal ball where the cards were just, it was almost immediate.
Oh, good. Awesome. Well, let's take our next caller, Cher, which is area code 312. Hello, 312.
Hi, this is Karen from Chicago.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Cameron.
Yes.
And Karen, how can we help you today?
Yes, my question is about career and finances. I applied to an agency, and I believe that they're giving me the runaround. They said they had a project for me to work at a trade show, but every time I keep calling back, they keep putting me off. I'm wondering if you see someone else calling me, or will they come through?
Okay. What do you feel, Sarah?
Administrative work, really.
What is the month and day of your birthday, Karen?
Sure, it's 3/31/71.
3/31. Okay. Well, okay, here's the deal. According to numerology, you're in a one vibration year, and this is fresh starts and new beginnings. So anything new that you're going out for would work for you. If this company is not coming through for you, because I'm seeing that they are not really doing a good job, and I feel that if you make a change, I want to say within the next week, you will be getting some very good pointers within 19 days. Now, I just, like I said, this is new. This is a fresh start, new beginning year for you. So even if you're starting a career that's a little bit new or bringing in some fresh new ideas, that's going to work too. And also be open to an apprenticeship. What you are learning this year is going to help you make big money in about 2 years' time.
Okay.
Shelley?
I feel, Carolyn, that in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks that there is going to be a man that you're going to be making contact with. I feel that you are, going to hear about him. You're either going to find him on the internet or someone's going to tell you about him. But he's someone that does a lot of trade shows. And he does trade shows in the state that you're in, but he also does them out of state. So you would get more exposure. You would have an opportunity to travel, and I feel they're big trade shows. And I feel that I don't feel really good about a woman that you were dealing with, that told you she wanted you to do trade shows with her. I feel that she's competitive with you.
Right, right. I feel that. Yes.
She's competitive. Do you feel the same way, Sharon?
I feel that she's just not going to work as hard for you, Cameron, for whatever reason. And yes, I have to agree with Shelley wholeheartedly. I do feel there's going to be a man who's got it together and is a real professional.
Okay.
I feel that you had worked with this woman, so this may be a blessing in disguise. Not that I'm trying to, tell you make you feel bad because you really need to get to do the trade show, but it is a blessing in disguise because she would have been nothing but trouble. I think she would have ended up sabotaging you.
Yes, they shorted me on money last time I worked for them, and I had an issue with them, but I was in such a jam. I called them, and they said, "Oh, we have something for you," and I've been calling, and they keep telling me to call back.
There's somebody that's going to be doing the trade show that she's going to be referring people that come to the show to.
Okay.
She has somebody that she favors, and she's going to refer people to that show. So you would not do that well this show. The show with the man that is coming up, you would do. You would have an opportunity to do trade shows on a larger scale, to travel. I feel you would get clients from it, and that you would do very well.
Shelley, it's interesting because I stated that within 19 days, if Cameron made a change, that this would work, and you got 3 weeks, so we're spot on with that. But you got to make the change.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And Cher, how can Karen get in contact with you?
My web address is soothsayershare.net. SoothsayerShare.net. Soothsayer. Share.net. And my phone number is 909-887-9364. And I do Skype readings, phone readings, whatever you want.
And Carolyn, you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to my website, psychichorizon.com. And you could sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to have all kinds of interesting people in the psychic community in the newsletter. So it was very nice talking to you, and things look very good for you, Karen. And thank you for calling, and have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. I'm now going to continue my interview with Cher Starwas, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn. How can crystal balls be used for any person?
I think so. Yeah, I do. People are really curious about the crystal ball, so they will request it. I do. You mean, can it be used for any person? Yes.
If you're doing a reading, can they be used for any person to do a crystal ball reading for?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, they can. I really prefer to use the crystal ball in groups, what I call spirit circles, when there's a circle of 10, 12 people in a candlelit room, and because it's very showy, it's very beautiful, and people are so curious about the crystal ball because people just don't use them very often anymore, and they're so beautiful and mystical, and they add a real flavor. To any, like if you do parties, people seem to really love that. But yeah, they can pretty much be used with everyone. Children particularly like them. I read children if their parents are present, and they're fascinated by them. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really, thanks, I guess, Harry Potter. It's a tool that people hear about, but never get to meet too many crystal ball readers. But Shelley, as well as I do, that clairvoyant is a clear seer. So a lot of clairvoyants could use the crystal ball. I don't think all of you need them, but like I said, they're showy, they're fun. They open the door and the curiosity for those that maybe aren't so familiar with that tool.
And sure, let's take our next caller, who is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call. Hi, Cher.
And Carolyn, how can we help you today?
Okay. Well, my birthday is August 22nd, and I want to know, what do you see happening for me this year?
Well, since I'm a Leo, like you,
yes.
I know it's been a kind of slow time for us Leos. I don't know why astrologically. I haven't really studied it, but the last couple of years, it's kind of hurry up and wait. Has that been that for you?
Yeah, it's been kind of slow.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I see is this is going to be a time to focus on home, family, love, romance, this kind of thing. That can open up very, very good for you. Oh gosh, okay. Are you with somebody now? Because I see a very strong man.
No.
I see a
by myself a long time.
Okay, let me tell you. I've got a card, very strong man, which means a man's man. You know, the kind that knows how to order a good wine and he knows how to change the oil in the car. Good old fashioned man. And you got the love card, but you I see this as a good opportunity for you, but you never have to take an opportunity if you don't want to. But I don't know, being a Leo, let me tell you something. He's younger, a little bit younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit. I would say within 5 years younger, maybe even a little bit more than that. He's a nice looking man, but you know what's nice about him? He doesn't know it. You know what I mean? He doesn't play on that. He's not a player. I think he's good enough looking that he could be a player, but he's not. But he's very, very handy. He's down to earth. He may even be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And I like him. It's kind of like a what you see is what you get kind of guy. I don't see any game playing. I think you're going to meet him almost by accident, the old-fashioned way, not online. An accidental meeting sometime after I want to say after, let me see, around September, let's say. Yeah, I said end of August, after September. And I'm also a Leo, so if he's got a brother, honey, get his number, okay? Okay,
I'll keep it for you.
All right, thank you. Shelley, what do you get?
Carolyn, I feel that there's going to be a healing center. Okay. And I feel that this healing center is going to be located somewhere in either West Hollywood or West LA, which is a very high income area, which is a good area. And I have picked this up before. I see you working in a healing center because you do have your Reiki certification, and even if you don't do Reiki, sometimes the healer centers, they want someone with certification, so it doesn't matter what type of healing you do, they just want the certification. So that will help you. And it's a European man who owns the healing center, and there's a woman who manages the center for him. And I feel that it's going to be that it will help to improve your financial resources. That, you would do very well there financially, and that you would have repeat customers coming in to get healing from you. You would have people coming in for more than one healing treatment. You would have repeat customers. So I think that that's going to happen right before your birthday or right after your birthday in August.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you both.
And then I feel you're going to move, but the move is going to be next year. I feel that around February or March that you may move. And I don't think you're going to wait for the house to sell to move. I think you're just going to move, and a property management, a real estate broker company would be showing the house, and that you're just going to move. And I feel you moving, going towards Marina Del Rey or Plaza Del Rey or Southgate, around that area that you're going to be moving to, and you're going to be near the ocean. And Cher, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
She can call me at 909-887-9364, or can go to my webpage, which is soothsayershare.net, SOOTHSAYERSHARE.net. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Carolyn, and I'll see you Saturday at 9:15.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, dear. I'm now going to continue my interview with Cher Starwas, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 856. What is the best type of tarot deck to use, Cher?
I've often read that you should, tarot deck should be gifted to you. But to me, tarot is such a personal thing, and they're going to become a close, loving friend. I've always picked my own decks out because I read intuitively. I do like decks that are colorful and that sort of speak to me, where the major arcana, of course, are always beautiful. I like that the minor arcana also, the 56, minor cards, are also have pictures on them. I don't want the four swords, for instance. I have four swords laying, next to each other. That doesn't do anything for my intuition or the creative way in which I think. But if there's something going on in the cards, like I said, it starts weaving a story. It feels like a story, but of course it comes from somewhere, so it comes from my intuition. And like I said, most times it's accurate, which I'm very pleased about. And there is no best deck. Really, it's best to go into a good bookstore, or where you can literally look at many, many decks, and you will get a gut feeling. You're going to get a flash about what deck feels right for you. It's not about thinking. It's not about, a gift, getting one for a gift. It's about, which tool, which deck is beautiful for you that speaks to you. It's a very, very personal thing. So, but no particular deck. I like the Thoth deck a lot. I like the Psychic Tarot. I like the Osho Zen deck. I like the Rohrig deck, which is a German deck. I think it might be out of print now. And I really love the Voyager deck as well. There's so many good decks out there. But I don't recommend necessarily, if you're new to tarot, to getting them online. I think you need to go in and look at all the cards in the deck and see which one moves you.
Let's take our next caller, Cher, which is area code 856. Hello, 856.
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Laura.
Laura.
And Lauren, how can we help you?
I'd just like to know what you see for me around career and finally being able to buy my own house.
What do you see, Sarah?
Shelley, you want to take this one first?
It's up to you. Do you want me to take it first, or would you like to take it?
Oh, well, I'll go ahead then. Laura, what is the month and day of your birthday?
October 1st, 63.
Okay, so you were talking about career, and this is tend to be a little more adventurous in your career. I feel you work well with people, and this is good. But adventurous to me would mean maybe even looking at a way to expand career in some way. Maybe not change jobs per se, but change positions. And buying a home might be better, I'd say, next year. In the year 2020, you'll see some opportunities there. But I do feel that might be something small at first. This might be something that you are fixing up and live in for a couple of years, and then you would sell at a profit, and then you would move into something that's kind of more your dream house. But I do think there'll be an opportunity next year for purchasing a home, and gosh, next year's only 6 months away. Okay. Now, if you prefer to wait, then the other good time would be 2022 to purchase a home. But
2021? Okay.
2022.
Oh, 2022.
Yeah.
At my age, I don't see myself buying 2 homes. I'll be lucky if the bank finances 1 home for me at my age.
Well, I'm not talking that you're going to have 2 homes. I'm saying one is going to be rather small, and you're going to do some fixing up, and then after a couple of years, you may choose to sell it at a profit, and then move into something more to your liking. Okay, Shelley, what do you get?
I'm agreeing with Cheryl, Lauren. I know right now you're not anticipating buying more than 1 house, but I feel that there's going to be like an opportunity for you to make a change around your career. I see actually a new career. I don't see you staying in the career you're in. I see you getting into something different. It's not right away. We're looking within the next 1 or 2 years of you making a career change. And when you do make that change, the career, that you're going to be, the new job that you're going to be getting within a 1 or 2 year period is going to be out of state. So I think that's going to be the reason that you're going to sell the small house. It's going to be a nice house. It's going to be very charming. You're going to like it there. But because you make a decision to go into a new career in the next 1 or 2 years, it could take you into another state. So something's coming, because I just don't see you staying in the career you're in permanently. I don't think it's a bad career. You've been doing it a long time. I just feel that there's something better coming for you that means more money, a better financial future for you.
Okay.
And Cheryl, how can Lauren get in contact with you?
Oh, thank you. You can get in contact with me at area code 909-887-9364, and my web address is soothsayershare.net, SOOTHSAYERSHARE.net. Thank you.
And Lauren, you could get in touch with me at 818-744-5241, or you could go to my website, psychichorizon.com. And if you'd like to be on my newsletter, a lot of the people in my newsletter have been guests on my radio show, and they're all very good psychics, and there's going to be all kinds of articles. So if you're interested in the newsletter, just go to my webpage and give me your email and your first and last name. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Lauren.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're now going to take our next caller. This will be our last caller, which is area code 863. Hello, 863.
Hi, this is Julia. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi,
You're
Julia.
welcome, Julia. And Julia, how can we help you?
Well, I was calling about love. I'm hoping to connect with a life partner and wanted to see what you ladies might pick up around that for me.
What is your birthday, Julia?
September 16th, 61.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, you're in a one vibration year, fresh starts, new beginnings. You know what that means? That means when you meet somebody, they have to be somebody brand new, nobody from the past, and probably do not know them now. Okay? Okay. Yeah, so new is better. I'm seeing good classroom situations and some organization you are joining, and this may be where you could meet some interesting people. I don't really get right now that Mr. Wonderful is around the corner, but I do think your social life is going to pick up quite nicely after June. And around birthday time, I also feel that things are going to be very, very good for you, as they often are at birthday time. That's a good time for the return. Could be then meeting somebody that would be a more serious partnership. And this is someone who has been free for a while, so this is not somebody that, that's still in a relationship or trying to get out of one. He has moved on. He looks to be employed, thank goodness for that. And I think this will be a total of 2 men, perhaps 3 actually. One would be, I get a very strong feeling for Libra, and another for some fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Now, I also see some recognition coming to you also with career, something a long overdue recognition for you, and I like that. It's very good. Shelley, what do you get?
Julia, I am seeing that you're going to either be going to a dinner theater, or you're going to be going. It's not a cruise. I see you going on a boat. And I see a water. I see a water like the ocean, and the boat has a single event on the boat. There's going to be a single event that you're going to find out about. It's going to be on a boat. There's going to be a lot of men to choose from, a lot of attractive men, and I feel that for this dinner theater or this boat trip, single event on the boat, that's where you're going to meet the man.
Oh, cool. That sounds like a fun way to meet people.
Yeah, and I feel. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I'm sorry. I guess that makes perfect sense because I do feel also being involved with some new groups. New is better. Remember, your key word this year is new. If it's new, give it a shot. And nobody from the past, because somebody from the past is thinking about you.
Oh, uh-oh. Okay.
And he hasn't changed, no matter what he tells you. Yeah, new is better, okay? And young,
okay.
I see somebody within 2 years of your age, a little bit younger, a little bit older. But yeah, and something, and I really believe that too. I can go on with that cruise ship because I see you with new groups, and it might even be a cruise ship that is not just for singles, but also they do have classes or courses on board or things that can be helpful. So yeah, a lot of things this year, more socializing. You got to get out of your house, not just go to work and come home.
Oh yes, very much so.
And
awesome.
share. How can Julia get in contact with you?
Well, Julia, if you want to get a hold of me, I type in phone readings, and my number is 909-887-9364, and my web address is soothsayershare.net, SOOTHSAYER, soothsayershare, SHARE.net. Thank you, Julia. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great day.
And Julia, you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241, or go to my website, psychichorizon.com. And if you want to sign up for my newsletter, you could do it there, and just give me your first and last name and your email. I'm going to have a lot of good psychics that have been on the show that will be in the newsletter. So it was a pleasure talking to you, and you enjoy that new man.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I want to thank Cher Starwas for being our special guest on the Psychic Horizon show. I will have her back in the future. She was a great guest. I want to thank Tiffany White Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all our callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show and who have support the show. Have a good weekend, Sharon. Have a good weekend, Tiffany.
And thank you so much, Shelley. I had a wonderful, fun time. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, dear. It was my pleasure. Have a good weekend, dear.
You as well. Take good care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye now.